I'll call the meeting of the Carbon County Board of Commissioners to order. Please rise for a moment of silence, prayer, pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance
Lord,
to the flag.
teach us to rely on your strength as we discuss issues that face our county. Grant us the grace that we may fulfill the duties entrusted to us. Help us to accept the responsibilities we have. May we be worthy leaders and make wise decisions for the well-being of all our citizens. Help us to find the peace and unity we need to undertake our business. Amen. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
These proceedings are being recorded for the sole purpose of preparing accurate written minutes. Recordings are overwritten. Following approval of the minutes, eliminating all unofficial records of these proceedings. The first item is the approval of the minutes of the previous meeting held January 12th, 2023. Noting the change to agenda item 23-006, Liquid Fuels Annual Report for the unencumbered balance of $147,887.36. The correct amount should be $156,389.82.
Motion approved with change.
Mr. Honor,
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich,
Yes.
Mr. Notstein.
Yes. Are there any guests concerning county business at this time?
The next item is the report of executive sessions held.
There were none.
The department reports budget transfers for 2022 and 2023.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Honor,
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich,
Yes.
Mr. Notstein.
Yes.
Supplemental appropriations.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Honor,
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich,
Yes.
Mr. Notstein.
Yes.
Expenditures approval of payroll check numbers 74841 through 74862. Direct deposit numbers 6049477 through 6049902. For the payroll paid through the payroll fund checking account. For all county funds totaling $622,963.40. This is the payroll dated January 13th, 2023.
Motion to ratify.
Second.
Mr. Honor,
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich,
Yes.
Mr. Notstein.
Yes.
Approval of check numbers 233745 through 233965 for expenditures to the general fund clearing account totaling $938,801.60.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Honor,
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich.
Yes.
Mr. Notstein.
Yes.
The treasurer's report.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Honor,
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich.
Yes.
Mr. Notstein.
Yes.
The personnel report for county departments.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Honor,
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich.
Yes.
Mr. Notstein.
Yes.
The acknowledgements for courts and row offices.
Motion acknowledged.
Second.
Mr. Honor,
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich.
Yes, with the exception of the two law enforcement officers / peace officers, adult probation officers hiring under the courts due to it being the court's consistent non-compliance with Act 57 of 2020, which serves to protect law enforcement agencies and the public from putting policing authorities in the hands of those with a history of misconduct.
Mr. Notstein.
Yes.
Correspondence was received as listed copies will be made available to the press upon request. Archives for approval. Authorize the payment in the amount of $14,071.44 to Iron Mountain of Norcross, Georgia, for closure of the account for storage and the return of 825.6 cubic feet of documents to the Carbon County Archives.
Move to approve.
second,
Mr. Honor?
yes,
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
The budget 2023 for approval. Authorize the transfer of funds within the 2023 budget to cover the increases approved by alternate motions at the annual salary board meetings of January 3rd and January 4th, 2023, as per the attached listing.
motion to amend the motion. I would like at least two positions to be removed from this. That would be the court IT position as well as the freedom court coordinator for the future discussion with the courts.
Do I have a second? Not hearing a second, motion dies.
Motion to approve the budget transfers as listed in the attachment. For 2023.
Do I hear a second? No second? Motion dies for lack of a second. Okay, the next item is the communications 911. For approval and execution, a quotation was received from Esri Environmental Systems Research Institute Incorporated of Redlands, California, for maintenance of current 14 ArcGIS online user account licenses from February 21, 2023 to February 20th, 2024. The total cost is $6,846, which represents no change and includes a 500 credits per license.
motion approved,
Second.
Mr. Honor?
yes,
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes, I just want to point out, this was previously approved for a, I think it was in Texas, in 2020, but the codes, because of COVID, it was pushed off. And I think it's,
No,
or
no, this is not relative to,
it's not the same one.
it's not the same thing. This is relative to the 911 center and their licenses to use.
All right, I stand
The
corrected.
program.
Okay,
Okay.
corrected on that, and I'd still like to point out to, you know, it's an honor that one of our people out of 14 out of the country were selected to receive this.
Did I pull?
If not, do it again.
Okay, I'll do it again.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Honor,
yes,
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yeah.
Okay, the correctional facility for approval and execution. An agreement with Johnson Controls Fire Protection of Allentown, Pennsylvania, to install and configure Equax Vision on 2 servers for 80 cameras located at the correctional facility at a total cost of $14,450 under state contract number 4400023962.
motion approved and execute,
Second.
Mr. Honor?
yes,
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
As
Again, Johnson Controls, this is camera maintenance. Annual maintenance agreement with Johnson Controls Fire Protection of Allentown, Pennsylvania, for the security camera system located at the correctional facility for the term of January 1, 2023 through December 31, 2023. The total annual cost, $7,640. Again, under PA State Contract 4400023962.
To approve.
second,
Mr. Honor?
yes,
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Court computer for approval and execution. An agreement with Pentella Data to relocate the cable modem for 410 Center Avenue, Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, to the court IT office at a monthly fee of $92.95. This is an increase of $2.
Move to approve and execute.
Second,
Mr. Honor?
yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
District Court, Jim Thorpe, for approval and execution. An agreement with ESCO Incorporated of Euphrasia, Pennsylvania, to upgrade the existing door access panel with the DMP panel and 2 card reader control modules on 2 doors and a virtual keypad app web browser at a cost of $2,488, including an annual service fee and report at a cost of $144, for a total of $2,632.
Motion to approve and execute,
Second.
Mr. Honor?
yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Pentella Data, a 3-year agreement with Pentella Data for a cable modem and relocation of the cable modem at the Carbon County District Court Office in Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, at a cost of $88, a non-recurring fee, $72.95 per month. That's the reoccurring fee. This is an increase of $2 per month.
Move to approve and execute.
Second,
Mr. Honor?
yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Elections for approval and execution. An agreement with Word Tech Incorporated of Pottstown, Pennsylvania, to mail approximately 3,923 permanent voter kits for 2023 at a not to exceed cost of $1,385.53, in addition to postage at a nonprofit rate of $610.57, plus $25.20 for 40 addresses not found in the USPS, for a total cost of $635.77.
Move to approve and execute.
Second,
Mr. Honor?
yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Planning and Development. For approval and execution, the submission of an application to apply for funding in the amount of $1,046,437 to the Department of Community and Economic Development for COVID-19 ARPA Whole Repairs Program.
Move to approve and execute.
Second,
Mr. Honor?
yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
For approval, adoption, and execution of the COVID-19 ARPA Whole Repairs Program Resolution.
Move to adopt.
Second,
Mr. Honor?
yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
The Worker Protection and Investment Certification Form for approval and execution, Executive Order 2021-6, the Worker Protection and Investment Certification Form, as required for the COVID-19 ARPA Whole Home Repairs Program.
Motion to approve and execute,
Second.
Mr. Honor?
yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Teamsters for approval and execution. The memorandum of agreement between the County of Carbon and Teamsters Local Union number 773 sergeants for the period of January 1, 2023 through December 31, 2025. First year provides for a 4% wage increase, 2.5% in the second year, and 2.5% in the third year.
Motion to approve and execute,
Second.
Mr. Honor?
yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Solicitors report?
Thank you. For elections, seeking approval and execution of agreements between the county and Robert Miller of Nesquehoning, Pennsylvania, Suzette Kurtz of Lehighton, Pennsylvania, and Raymond Donnelly of Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, to serve as roving troubleshooters for the May 16, 2023 municipal primary and the November 7, 2023 municipal election. Compensation at $200 per diem plus mileage at a rate of 60 cents per mile.
Move to approve and execute.
Second,
Mr. Honor?
yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes.
Nothing further for this solicitor's report.
Further business?
Hey, under further business, I received a phone call on Monday from a Mr. Panic, the owner of the property out by the lake that was referenced last week's meeting about doing eminent domain or the previous meeting. We had a good conversation, the possibility for is offering the county the opportunity to purchase the land at Chunk Lake Park, 45 acres. He owns a separate 10-acre parcel at this point in time. He would like to retain that. So I did reach out to several people to look into this, whether it could fall under the bond issue, the referendum that was approved that on the November election there. It would fall under that. We are currently looking in or working on with financial professionals on financing of these farmland preservation properties, etc. So it would fall under that as well. So I reached out to the appraiser, Mr. Person, and asked him if he would give us an appraisal for the property out there. So I'm waiting for a proposal. We send them the property records from downstairs here in the assessment office to look into this possible purchase. So I'd like to move on. Well, we'll wait. We should have a proposal before next meeting on what it costs us to have the property appraised.
The commissioners' reports, Mr. Honor.
The only thing that I have, I didn't really make much of a comment on that budget issue, but I'm just looking at it. There's some that are going to be getting raises that are not on this list. And I'm just hoping that this is not going to affect the appeal process that we're trying to put in place, that if people are moved up on different steps, is somebody else going to come in and say, oh, okay, they got moved to that step, why can't we? But the one thing that I'm really looking at here is that treatment court coordinator and court grant manager. We did receive another revision of that. And to me, it looks like they're just looking for a grant writer. It has in there, and they did write up a little bit different, that it's specific to specialty courts, but then there's a part in there that they're going to be working on all court related grants. And I think I'm going back to the people came in last week. They voiced their opinion that they want this to continue, but continuing with a grant writer attached to that, I'm going back to it again, is not going to work. If we want it to work, this has to be a coordinator standalone that works on grants specifically for special courts. And I just wanted to get that in there. Not that the media or anything looks like, okay, now we turned this down for this treatment court coordinator, and that is not the fact. So I think we're going to have to get the judge or whoever, to come back in. And I don't know how it went from the adult probation to the courts. Isn't there some reason why it should stay in adult probation? I mean, where it started off at, and then they could do that. And if the courts want a grant writer, let them go ahead with a grant writer. But we've had several meetings about hiring a grant writer, and I don't know where that has gone. But I just don't like tying these two up together. So I think we just have to get together and start sitting down and figure out what we're doing with this coordinator, and not in a month from now. I mean, this has to happen shortly. And that's about all I have. Thank you.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yeah, I'll just comment on the subject that Commissioner Arner mentioned. I was trying to get a better scope in regards to the treatment court coordinator, which is necessary, about the actual workload. I know for a fact that the current individual who's assuming some of those responsibilities, nor the previous adult probation Chief Rick Parsons, did not commit 35 hours a week to this. And I would clearly sense that not even half that amount of time was committed to synchronization, coordination of the courts. So while I see value in the position, I don't see it necessarily, and I've made this comment multiple times, that it is a full-time, all-encompassing position for one individual. And in regards to about it being in adult probation, that does seem to be the appropriate place for that. In addition, given the demands on adult probation, or so I hear the demands that are placed on those officers, in addition to the fact that this is truly not a part-time or a full-time job, at least as what we're normally saying is, 1,080 hours a month, my recommendation would be, and it would seem more practical and appropriate for seeking the addition of an additional adult probation officer whose duty description includes those responsibilities of this particular requirement, and that individual's time utilized appropriately to focus on drug treatment court, but also helping lessen the burden of the current supervision that is taking place by the adult probation officers. I'm also going to comment on Act 57 again, and I feel it's always necessary to re-emphasize my discontent with the courts and non-compliance with Act 57 of 2020. Two county solicitors and labor counsel for the county have not assessed that adult or juvenile probation officers are a protected class or an exception to this law. I've seen no legal ruling providing such exception. I've seen, nor have been presented, any ruling by the executive agency out of the state police, MPO/ETC, for the program that gives those offices an exemption of the classification of law enforcement officers or peace officers. I have seen an opinion from an attorney from AOPC who made that, but again, that is simply an opinion. And I will say, now Governor Shapiro, when he was Attorney General in 2022, stated, if you don't participate, that's against the law. And I know there was an individual here not too long ago saying that it was voluntary. The Attorney General, now Governor, saw it as not voluntary, but a mandatory requirement. And without any other exception noted based on classification, the courts, in my opinion, are responsible and should be participating. The Chief of Police of the Pennsylvania Chiefs of Police Association also had no opposition within his ranks to this act, and actually said the legislation was long overdue. Not one police department in Carbon County wants to employ a law enforcement officer or peace officer with a record of misconduct. Not one police department or police chief in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania wants to mistakenly hire a law enforcement officer with a history of egregious misconduct. I don't think Carbon County has any desire to hire such an individual either. And we need to take those actions to ensure it doesn't happen. I know there's mentioned in this forum that this law is imperfect. Are imperfect laws to be disregarded? And I will always argue that compliance isn't simply important because it's the law, but because we have a moral responsibility to do the right thing. That's all I have.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes, of course, I'm going to comment on the coordinator position, grant writer. Back in August, when we started meeting about possibility of a grant writer for the county, there was some consensus, I thought, from both of you on creating that position. And I think the intent of it, of course, and I feel that it would behoove us to. I think it should be under the courts, because I certainly think that the right person in that position could definitely help in acquiring or writing the grants to promote the specialty courts and any other programs we might have in the court system. And I do believe that it would pay most of that salary, if not all, and above that. There's a lot of things involved. It's grant writing alone would take up a full-time person, would take up all that time for a full-time grant writer. But I certainly think moving in the right position would be to get that person on board as a coordinator. And I'm not sure if the courts would be willing to remove that. I don't think I would. I think it's extremely important that we have somebody that can oversees those grants so that we are spending those funds properly. And, you know, I wish people would get off their high horse, let's say, on, you know, this grant position. I think they're overreading what this person would be doing. And I certainly support that. So, any further discussion?
Yeah, I just make a comment on January 6, 2020. I, in this forum, in this room, did propose a grant writer, grant coordinator for Carbon County. And I continue to support assessing the feasibility of that. My position also remains that that individual should serve the county of Carbon, the government, not simply one branch or one element of county government, the courts. It needs to be an all-encompassing grant writer who falls under the control of the authority of the Board of Commissioners, and not an elected official who simply has 1620 rights, but rather the Board of Commissioners who have budgeting, contracting authorities. That's all I have. Thanks.
Any further discussion?
Yeah.
Meeting adjourned. Okay. The comment board should be short. I'm not gonna let you.
I'll let them on.
You're here for the duration. Okay. Moving on. Now call the monthly meeting of the Carbon County Retirement Board to order. I'll turn it over to our secretary, Mark Clearcheck.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning to everyone, and since this is the first meeting of the year, I want to wish everybody a happy, healthy 2023. I will start the meeting with the approval of the minutes for the previous meeting held December 22nd, 2022.
Move to approve.
Second.
Second.
Sorry. Mr. Zelenka,
Yes.
Mrs. Perchak, yes, Mr. Arner.
He'll be back with us in a moment.
Oh, sorry. Mr. Lukasevich.
Yes.
Mr. Notstein.
Yes.
What should I do with hold off on that? Or consider him accepted?
Excused for the vote.
Excused.
We have a.
Yeah, wait, I don't think there's anything controversial.
No, that's just
So we
approving
we
it.
can proceed.
Okay, thank you. Are there any guests concerning retirement board business? Report of executive sessions, there weren't any held. And I will make this first motion here on the warrants, and it's a correction with discussion for the November warrant, with including checks number 40867 to 40872 and direct deposit 7019533 to 7019936 for the month of November. And that encompasses the correction of the error in the direct deposit number of 7019937 incorrectly noted at that time.
Second.
Second, thank you. And it's simply just to clarify, it was just a typographical error in the direct deposit number. No information of a financial nature was impacted. Okay, so Mr. Zelenka?
Yes.
Mrs. Perchak, yes. Mr. Arner? Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
And Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, the next I'll seek a motion to ratify the current month's warrant that includes checks number 40873 to 40881 and direct deposit number 7019937 to 7020341 for the month of December.
Second.
You're making the motion.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you made the motion. Second. Yeah, I'll make the motion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Zelinka,
Yes.
Mr. Svercek, yes, Mr. Arner.
I won't vote because I didn't hear it, right?
I'm sorry, Mr. Arner, that was, are you voting yes?
He said he didn't hear it. He
Oh, I'm
wasn't
sorry.
here.
I couldn't
Okay.
resist.
It's to ratify the warrant, Mr. Arner, for the current month of December.
Oh, okay, yes.
Mr. Lukasevich.
Yes.
Mr. Notstein.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, next is the retirement activity. For the month of December, we had 2 retirement refunds. We had 2 superannuation retirements, and I always like to note the service of those folks. We had a combined total of over 31 years of service to the county, so I always like to thank them for their service. And we had 2 retirees that passed, and want to express the condolences of the retirement board to the Vaughn family and the Babiar family. With the month of December, we had $471,848.73 in monthly benefits. Option 4 of $29,447.68 and refunds of $5,389.46 for total disbursement of $506,685.87 with a portfolio value as of 12/31/22 of $81,161,713.34. And even some better news, as of last Friday, the portfolio value was back up to $84,320,494. Any questions on any of that? Good. All right, any correspondence? I did not receive any. Solicitor's report.
No report.
Thank you. Investment managers or other reports. Next month, Sarah Wilson of Marquette will be joining us to go over the 4th quarter of 2022. Any new business for the retirement board? Any old business for the retirement board? Any further business? Okay, hearing none.
Meeting adjourned.
Thank you.
Now, yeah, I think it's your turn today.
What's that? Listed on the agenda.
Neither passed. Then the written motion. Yeah, right. Yeah.
What happens with those positions? Right?
You're not funded. So
So those people.
they remain at, in fact, some of these positions will remain at the 22 level.
At the 2022 level.
Well, now the courts and law offices will have to come back, I would say, and make the motion to the proposed increases for 2023 that were on the original agenda. And the motions were made to give the higher increase. So it was passed. But now, since it is not being funded, it went back to the 22 rates. Now they have to come back and propose that 23 rate like the rest of the employees.
No, this is showing what the courts proposed and what was approved by the salary board. And the increase is what was voted against, right? The funding to support those increases. Because remember, the Board of Commissioners provided a complement, a recommended salary. All other row offices and the Board of Commissioners accepted the complement as it was issued. They created their own, which is above and beyond our complement. That's where kind of the difference is. So as Commissioner Notes saying, now they'll have to come back because all these employees are right now at the 2022 rate. So if they want to get up to at least the level of the complement that we originally proposed, they're going to come and have to make a motion for that to the salary board. 22 of the 26 positions were out of the court, right? You see, I think one was out of the PD, 2 out of the recorder of deeds, 1 out of the treasurer's office.
I have a question on the elections. The agreement was worked out. Why is that about?
The contracted mailings, they're just contracted mailings.
The recording addresses in our.
The post office database. Well, yeah.
That's.
Yeah. I mean, it could be little, just little slight modifications that as you put it in the post office database, it doesn't recognize them. You know how you always go, you go to the screen and the clerk will say, hey, is this the address it's going to? Right, so there might just be slight modifications, and that's why they're not showing up.
I think that's all.
Amy,
Well, back to the salary stuff. So they're back at the 2022 rate. What happened between salary board and now? Wasn't there a pay period in there?
yes, they will, because it'll come up at the next meeting. Have to come back with their proposal, and it'll go back retroactive the first of the year, like the rest of the employees.
So the last week, we ratified a pay period that I think went to like just late December. So this is going to be the first pay period, I believe, that's going to actually include new salaries. And from talking to HR and Mark might better have knowledge of this, we may take up until the end of the month to kind of make the corrections to the salaries. So it's not necessarily immediate. It may take a pay period or 2 to catch up with fiscal data, making the changes. So
Yeah, and the date of the meeting, our first meeting in February, the motions that we made.
Yeah.
I said it's gonna be a week or 2 or possibly even 3, depending on the pay period fall until it's rectified.
So Mark, then in regards to what Commissioner Ruby said at the thing, just because these were approved, then it takes a period of time until it actually the employees see it.
Right, they're always gonna be effective retroactive back to the beginning of the year.
Okay,
No one actually got paid that.
okay, that's why I just wanted
Yeah.
to make sure. And then the last thing actually is for Mark as well, the portfolio was 81 million at the end of the year. What kind of rate of return was that for the year for the county?
Don't know that offhand.
Okay. Only million was
That was as of Friday, correct?
The 84 was as of Friday. You're asking.
Not looking
For the
good.
Year 2020.
It's not looking good this week.
lovely roll.
Roller coaster.
And that's all I have to think of.
Fine.
Yeah, I guess you guys are submitting application for funding of a little over $1 million for the whole repairs program. What do you kind of hope to, if you get that money, use that money for?
let me, if I could. So there's a large number of homes in Carbon County that are blighted or have habitability concerns, right? These homes either need to be remediated, rehabbed, or demolished, right, to eliminate the blight. So the project plan we put up to DCED with the application, that Dave Bodnar, our Director of Planning, but the county, in consultation with municipalities as appropriate and necessary, will focus grant amounts up to $50,000 per home to remediate, eliminate, or prevent further degradation of blighted properties. With priority to properties being condemned or otherwise prioritized by the municipalities. And the concept really is applications be accepted on a first come, first served basis to include the estimate for the work. A second priority, but subordinate to blight-centric projects, are grants to improve energy and water efficiency or increase accessibility with individuals with disabilities. And I think we also stated in there, while we have the authority to issue loans versus grants, I don't think we want to take on the responsibility of issuing loans. Again, that just adds to the administrative challenge that we're going to have managing it as is right now.
When will you find out if you guys get the grant, I guess?
Well, the grant is really authorized. It's just a paper, right? A paper trail process. Yes.
Agreements.
It's just waiting for the funds, yeah.
Yeah, we have to sign the agreements and, to the rules and regulations
Yeah.
and policies and what we must and must not do.
And how can people, you said, first come, first serve, how can they come about to kind of maybe look to get this for their property?
Approach municipalities.
Yeah, it's through the municipalities. Like I said, we're gonna, be in consultation with the municipalities and their priorities and their blight programs that they have.
All I have.
Okay, good enough.